Hello and welcome back, subscribers, to Little K Artistry. I am Kristen, the artist also known as Little K, and I want to welcome you back into my little corner of the art world today. I am excited to have you here, and I'm so thankful that you all have joined me here today in my studio for this next piece in my collection for my friend who will be hanging these in her office in my hometown. This is the third painting in the series. This is fluid art. This will be another blowout, and this will be another style of a blowout. So far you have seen a fluid art Dutch bloom pour, which is the very first one that I did, that beautiful flower. The second one that I did was also a blowout, but that one was more of a vine style. This is going to be yet another style, and I have chosen a different color scheme. This is for another room in my friend's office waiting area, and this features a Prussian blue as the main color. I am also once again using my background color, which was that custom background color that I did, which was a mixture of titanium white and a little bit of burnt umber. And then I'm also going to be using some TLP. This is cinnamon. And then I also have a little bit of a beautiful bronze color here. I also have a turquoise color. I have a little bit of Van Dyke brown, and then I have, of course, my beautiful turquoise phthalo, which I love. So it's mostly blues, but also a little bit of brown. And I do want some cells in this piece, so that's why I've included the TLP colors, because typically they produce cells. So today I'm going to be doing a little bit more of an abstract piece it's going to be a little bit of a curve on the canvas, a little bit of a curve this way, and then the base color, or that light, excuse me, that white with the burnt umber will be over here, and then I'll be putting the blues and browns here and then blowing into the base color and hopefully creating some beautiful, almost like some blue flames. So that's the plan for this canvas, and this is, I believe this is an 18 by 24, or possibly a 20 by 24. This is a 20 by 24 canvas, and this will be going in the waiting area of her office. So I'm eager to get started. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I do hope that you like what you see here and you decide to subscribe. I hope that happens. And I hope you enjoy this piece that I'm doing today for you all. I'm going to start with putting down a little bit of the Prussian blue. And if you have been following and watching any of my videos, you will know that this is one of my favorite blues. I do love Prussian blue. It's it dries so dark. It's almost black when it dries, and it's just so pretty. So I'm going to be using this as the base of the color portion of my canvas, because in her waiting area, the furniture is a real deep royal. It's almost a Prussian blue. So I thought this would be a nice complement to that. And then on top of that, I am going to be adding a little bit of the other colors, just because I want some depth. But I don't want a ton of those other colors. So this will be the main part. I'm going to blow this out a little bit just to smooth it out. Not worried about this being perfect at all, because when I blow it out, it's going to change. Anyway, okay, so onto this, I am going to add a little bit of the cobalt turquoise, and this is light, cobalt turquoise light. just a little. I don't want a ton of it. And then the phthalo turquoise, which is also a beautiful color. We'll add a little bit of that. And then have to add a little bit of my Van Dyke brown, just to have a little bit of brown contrast there. And this is TLP Cinnamon, one of my favorites. And then this is just a beautiful, almost like a gold copper color. Also going to put some of this in there. These last two are the cell makers because they're pigments. Pigments tend to make a few more cells. I'll set that aside to wash later. And then I just want to kind of mix these up a little bit. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add this right along the edge. This is that beautiful base color that I made and used in my other two paintings. I like to be real deliberate where I'm pouring it down next to the other colors, and now I can just pour it out like I normally would over here. And again, this is that custom base that I made with titanium white and a little burnt umber. And this one I want to just kind of blow it around a little bit too to get it spread out. Okay, and now I'm going to move my paints and hopefully make something really pretty here. I think what I'll do is pop these bubbles as well, because there seem to be, the blowout method does create some bubbles. But like I said, because this style of pouring, the mix is so thin, it's easy to just torch the bubbles. They torch really easily, they come right out. Okay, now I'm going to put a little bit of this base coat right along the edge, not very much, because remember, we want the colors to move on the canvas, and that's why we flood that out. Okay, so my goal here is to bring the composition up this way and have this still remain the light color, hopefully, if all goes well. That's what will happen. Okay, let's just see what we can do here. I'm going to blow the base color over a little bit, and then I'll start the composition. That's pretty. That is pretty. I do like this a lot. Let's go ahead and pop some bubbles, see if we can bring some cells up. I do need a little bit more butane in my refill my mini torch. There we go. I'm going to spin a tiny bit just to stretch it a little bit on the sides and the corners. Just going to touch up these sides a little bit real quick, just so that I know that I've got all the sides covered. I'll do that light part later. I'll fill in some of these sides with the lighter color in just a second. I do want to tweak the piece a little bit. There's a few changes that I want to make. All right, let's pop these. There's a few more bubbles that have come to the surface here. Okay, so there's a few cells, not too many, which is great. I didn't want a billion of them. Oh, this is so pretty. I think what I will do is just do a little bit, pardon the top of my head. I'm just going to blow out some of these specific areas. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to use my dotting tool and likely my finger as well, because I want to make some designs here. So I'm going to have this go, I'm going to elongate this and just bring it down into this area. And I think I'll bring this one down as well. Just because I like having a nice central focal point. And then we'll bring this one down here as well. And let's see about maybe this one as well. And then we'll bring this one down into here. There we go. And then with my dotting tool, I'm just going to kind of make this into a little bit more of a swirl pattern. And then I think I'll bring some in from the side as well, maybe. And then this side. And this side here. Beautiful. Okay. I'm going to just do a little bit of tweaking on some of these petals. It's just gorgeous. There's a few cells here where that bronze has popped up. So pretty. few more bubbles, and this will cause a few more cells to pop up. Then I'm just going to go along the side here and add a little bit of that base color where the design didn't quite run off. And then here. Just to make sure that the edges are all totally covered. And then of course when it's dry, I can always go back with this because I have more of this base color. There's still a good amount in the cup. So I can, if I need to, when it's fully dry, I can go back through and just touch it up a little if I need to. I don't think that I'll need to, but you never know. There we go. Okay, now I think I'm just going to go through real quickly and just see if there is any more bubbles that need to be popped. There's a few here and there. Like I said, the blowout procedure does produce a few bubbles. So always go back through and pop those remaining few bubbles. But I think this is pretty well set. What I love about this, first of all, I love the colors. What I really like about this piece is that it works either that way, or if you want to turn it on its side, it works that way as well. It's just, so you can see the main color, which I love, is that beautiful dark Prussian blue. And then, of course, it gets lighter as it goes into the white, the light base coat. But there's just a hint of those other colors, of that little, there's a little bit, not much of the brown, just here and there. There's a little bit of, which is perfect because she does have some wood furniture in that room. And it's just a hint. I think I do want to tweak. This center is bugging me a little bit. The very center part. Let me get a smaller dotting tool. Just because it's a little squiggly there, and I think I want to just clean up that center a little bit, Will. I don't want it to get muddy. There we go. Okay, now I think it's done. Oh, I'm so excited. I love this. Okay, so I'm going to turn it that way so you guys can see it in that direction. Which originally, when I did the piece, this is how I was thinking it would sit. But now, I mean, it could go either way. I see there's one spot here that needs to be tweaked. Hold on. I know, I'm not a perfectionist, but this looks like this line is just too, it needs to be broken up a bit, right? There we go. Okay, that's better. That one line was just a little bit too dark. Okay, I think I'm gonna call this one abandoned because I don't know that art is ever completed. We just abandon it, right? So that's what this one, so this is good. I am just loving this. I'm gonna come over there and bring you guys in for a close-up so that you can see what it looks like wet, and then of course I will show you the dry result when I have it hanging up. There is that beautiful center. I tweaked it a little bit. And here you can see not very many cells, which is what I was hoping for. That's mostly with that beautiful bronze color. That's mostly where the cells are. And there's a little cluster of them here. And then there's a little cluster of them over here. And then a little bit in each of those beautiful blue flames. Isn't that just so, so pretty? A little bit of that gorgeous, gorgeous teal color. And some of it over here. Oh, pretty. Okay, there you go. There is, oh shoot, and those darn lights. Sorry about that, guys. Let me turn the lights. Oh, there's my finger. Such a professional. There you go. There you go. What do you guys think? Oh, I just love this. I'm so happy with this. I hope she likes it. I will be back to share with you the dried result because this, like I said, this mix dries just beautifully. And I will hang it up once it's dry and I will show you what it looks like dry. Until then, this is Little K reminding you and encouraging you, go make the art. You will be so glad you did. Good morning and welcome back. It is 24 hours later. And my third piece in the series for my friend is totally dry and I have it hanging up. And there it is. I didn't turn the lights on. I had to hang it in my studio again. I didn't turn the lights on because the morning sun is coming through. And the natural light is just so beautiful on this piece. I wanted to just show it to you with just the natural light. And I'm going to get a close-up of some of those cells and the center. I'm so glad I tweaked that center just a little bit because I think it looks just beautiful. And then there are a few cells. This little piggy pigments are some really good cell makers, especially the cinnamon and the real shimmery ones. So there's a few cells, but it's mostly where I had that beautiful TLP. I think it was the cinnamon that I used. There's a couple of cells here and there, but that's good because I didn't want a ton of cells in this piece. I wanted the focus to be mainly on those blue flame looking things. There you go. I hope she likes it. Wow, it's just I really like it a lot. I love the fact that it's off center a little bit. One side's kind of higher than the other. Normally I'm a perfectionist in my everyday life, but I've learned in my art life I can't be as much of a perfectionist. But there you go, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you like this piece. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm loving this series. I wish I had more wall space because I do a whole bunch and put them all up around my house. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, go make the art. You'll be so glad you did. Have a beautiful day.